So, good morning, everyone. My name is Aldwin Runan A. Villacampa, and my partner here is Rosemay S. Taxon. So, we're going to report the Module 16, the revised Bloom Taxonomy of Educational Objectives. So, in what is Bloom's taxonomy? So, Bloom's taxonomy is a model that describes the different levels of learning outcomes that the teachers aim to develop their learners. Now, in Bloom taxonomy, there are three domains: the cognitive, psychomotor, and affective domain. But in this module, we're only going to tackle about the cognitive domain. In this domain, there are 6 levels, and these are the knowledge, comprehension, application, analysis, synthesis, and lastly, the evaluation. So with this level, in this level in the cognitive domains, all are connected, which means that it cannot be disorganized, and it is always arranged accordingly to its level. Like knowledge is the lowest level, comprehension the second, application is the third, analysis is the fourth, the synthesis is the fifth, and lastly is the evaluation, which is the highest level. So let's read these objectives. At the end of the unit, the student will be able to enumerate the characteristic in the world is an apple, summarize the story, apply the rules of subject-verb agreement when writing a summary, compare and contrast the qualities of the character in the story, write a song expressing the message or lesson of the story, write a critique of the author's writing style. So in these objectives, we can see that all the 6 levels of the cognitive domains are present, which is from the lowest, they enumerate, which in present of knowledge, and goes down to the write a critique, the author writing style, which is the evaluation, because the student may evaluate the author's writing. So next is the old Bloom's taxonomy uses a noun rather than verbs. So in this illustration, in knowledge, sample verbs using define, describe, identity, and other nouns. Here in comprehension is paraphrase, summarize, and application, apply, change, prepare. In analysis, of course, to analyze, compare, contrast, investigate. In synthesis, combine, organize. And evaluation is assess, appraise, or critique. While in the new revised taxonomy, which is published after the 45 years, it is use a verb rather than noun. It is using an action word, and it also revised the cognitive domain levels, which the 6 levels have been replaced into remembering, understanding, apply, analyze, evaluate, and the highest level is the create. And in the cognitive domains, there are also 2 dimensions. There are the cognitive dimensions, which also have a subcategories or sublevels, which I already told you earlier. The remembering, to create, and the second dimension is the knowledge dimension, which consists of level of factual, conceptual, procedural knowledge, metacognitive knowledge. So in overall, the old Bloom's taxonomy is a simple procedures in how to make an educational objectives, while the revised taxonomy uses a more complex and action words rather than using the simple. Because just look at the 6 levels of cognitive domains. Rather than using the knowledge, it is replaced by remembering, because remembering is more in direct contact, in direct idea in cognitive or thinking, rather than the knowledge, which is just the application or the object of the thinking, like that. Understanding is, which is always used from the teacher rather than the comprehension, of course. Then the synthesis, which is also to create, and create is the highest level of knowledge, right? Highest level. So in overall, that's all. The Bloom's taxonomy, the revised one is more complex than the old taxonomy. Thank you.